I'm in the gray Dodge Mag with the sunroof. Slapping escape. Who can I run to? I'm spreading love. I got a gun too. There's no escape. There's no escape, nigga. Who can I run to? On my little Russell real quick, you feel me? For you young folks, for you youngsters out there who don't know, Google escape. Who can I run to? That's something deep. And if you're going through any personal, emotional problems that you can't personally get over right now, don't listen to it. That shit is deep. Might make you cry. It's deep, but hey, once you over the trauma and you done healed, slap that. That shit'll make you nod your head, boy. You feel it in your soul. That's why it's more so called soul music, but some people call it R&B. Whatever. Anyway, I just want to make a little piece on what I spoke about on social media here just recently. I asked the question, where do you think we went wrong? Or where do you think we went wrong with our relationships? Because there seems to be so many failed relationships currently. And I asked 4 basic things that I felt that we all could agree upon. And for the most part, the answers were very evenly distributed. And the very 4 things that I pointed out were: 1, communication; 2, expectations; 3, education; and 4, the foundation. Out of these 4, we all can easily understand what communication is. That's not something I should have to fully break down. Clearly, there's a lot of broken communication or zero communication, and these relationships are doomed on communication. But the thing that I want to touch on the most is the education part of it. It blew my mind the first time I thought about it. After I heard one man speak on it, I said, "Oh my God, this is profound. This is crazy. This is great news. This is insane." I didn't think about it. I never thought about it like this. But we learn how to walk. We learn how to talk. Then we learn all that cool stuff at school. And then if you're athletic, you learn how to catch a football or baseball, or how to shoot a basketball into a cylinder. You learn all these really unique, cool things because you practice it and you educated yourself on it. And we learned how to use these smartphones, man. It's crazy. Like, we really know how to use these smartphones. Like, this is a computer. If we really went back to when I was a kid, not even when I was too much of a kid, but just the early 2000s. Like, we went to the early 2000s. Not too many people even had a computer in their home. Everyone has one in their fucking hand now, with all the information in the world. We learn all the time now. Every day you can learn. Well, you could. Let me rephrase it. You could learn all the time every day if you utilize that phone for more than just some bullshit. With that being said, we got the opportunity to learn everything. We learn how to make TikTok videos and Reels and Snapchat videos, and learn how to make a YouTube channel and make a podcast. Like, we learn all this that we learn. We educate ourselves on hella shit. Learn how to wash dishes. Like, you educate yourself on hella shit. You educate yourself on how to drive a car, right? You learned, right? Read a book or something. Went to a class or something. Do you do forklift? You got a forklifting license? Like, do you have any trade, any skill? You learned. If you don't even have a fucking skill, guess what? The job's going to give you a whole week or probably even 2 weeks to learn this shit. We're going to train you, boss. Don't worry about it. We'll train you. Don't worry about it. We'll train you. We will teach you. So we learned all this shit, man. But we didn't learn relationships. Relationships weren't really taught. We just saw our parents, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, our older siblings. Like, we just saw the relationships around us, and then everything that we were programmed with television. Every movie that you've watched, every cartoon that you've watched. That's why I always say that a lot of these women want a fairy tale wedding. That's that shit that we watched when we were, there's some Disney Channel shit, like, for real. These are the only that's the only relationship information we have been able to retain. How many of you guys actually read a book on relationships? How many of you actually watched documentaries on relationships? How many of you have been to a relationship counselor? Like, how many of you even, like, how many relationship coaches can you name? Do you see what I'm saying? That's the problem. We learn every single word on Drake's album. Learn what the album cover looks like. We know word for word. Like, I mean, I can name so many albums that I guarantee you that you're listening right now and, oh yeah, I can go word for word, bar for bar. Drake. Like, word for word, bar for bar, man. We learned all that, but we didn't learn anything about relationships, man. And that's serious. That shit is deep. The fact that we've never did relationship education, the fact that we don't want or seek relationship education. We will take relationship advice, and a lot of times it be relationship advice from poor fucking people. And I ain't talking about their financial status. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking real broke. And I don't mean anything to do with money or financial status. Broken people. And when you got a hurt person talking to you about relationship issues or relationship advice, hurt people only hurt people. And it's not even intentional. A lot of times them hurt people don't even intentionally be meaning to hurt you. They're just so badly broken that they don't have nothing else to project to the world. This is it. That's all they about. That's it. So it's crazy, man. We need to take more consideration into how we educate ourselves on relationships. And it's not like just our relationship. And it's not like, oh, we should educate ourselves as soon as there's a problem. as soon as this nigga keeps nagging. Oh, bruh, complaining about this. Oh, this female keep trying to nag me about this, and that. That's not the time to do it. You should do it now. Before a relationship, during a relationship, good times and bad times. Understand there's highs and lows and there's ups and downs. But the fact is that the other things that I named, which were extremely important, the foundation, the communication, and the expectations, those things are simply taken care of if you educated yourself on relationships. I mean, it would be so much better if you would just educate yourself on relationships. And how you do that, you say, if you might ask, because there are people out there who just don't know. They're excuse me, they just don't know. They don't know where they're gonna go. They don't know how to turn to something. They don't know what to turn to. And I understand that. I'm in the dark on a lot of things. So I'm thankful when someone can bring me to the light. So let me be that enemy. Open up your smartphone, and the questions that come to your mind about relationships, ask the question to your smartphone. You don't even got to type nothing in. Say, hey, Siri, or if you rock with us Androids, y'all already know. Say that, you feel me? And your Google Assistant will get right to it, or Siri will get right to it. And keep digging into the rabbit hole. Make it easy on yourself. Don't make it hard on yourself. If you don't like to read or you can't read and you want it to be, quick and simple, go straight to YouTube and you can find short videos, or just go to the pages once you do type in the relationship education or learning relationships. How to do this. How should I do this in my relationship? When should I do this in my relationship? So when you're learning all this information about relationships, you can watch any video you want. Small, short video, long video. And a lot of times, majority of the time, overwhelming majority of the time, you don't have to watch those videos. You don't have to actually visually watch it. So when you're taking a shower, instead of playing music, or if you don't play music, play that. The whole duration of you getting in, showering, getting out, drying off, brush teeth, however you do, but a lotion, deodorant, whatever you do, let it play. Let it play. You in the car, let it play. You on the shitter, let it play. You got free 20, 30 minutes, let it play. As soon as you're eating lunch somewhere, let it play. So you can gain this knowledge, gain this information. Excuse me. But just to lightly touch on the other topics, a lot of our relationships failed because the foundation. The majority of our relationships fail because of foundation. We end up thinking that we have to fall in love with someone that we end up having sex with one time, one day, one night, or whatever. A random person that we had sex with, that we felt there was something there, or we even probably didn't feel there was something there. We were in need of something to fill a void, and that was the something to fill the void. Then we end up tricking ourselves into believing we need to love this person and stay with this person. Then what we will tell ourselves is that we're in love, so we can prolong an unhealthy relationship, or what's considered toxic today, a toxic relationship. We prolong this toxic relationship because of the name love, but that name love needs to get transferred over to an unhealthy attachment. Very simple. And because of the conveniency of it, or you end up moving in with this person, like you got bills, or you end up having a kid with this person, and you just end up putting yourself in this position of being with someone you're not happy with, you're not really wanting to be with, and that's where we end up having the failed relationship, the cheating, and because the foundation was never built on the right thing or for the right thing. It was a what's up, how you doing, hanging out for 10 minutes, hopefully not 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know how long it takes for some of you guys, but eventually I see you staring at my wee wee. You start doing the whole I gotta go to the bathroom. We talked about that before on the one of the previous shows, and I don't allow the bathroom break to happen more than twice. So maybe I'm just fucking with y'all. Back then, there was no, you're not gonna wipe off the juicy more than twice. We're gonna just have sex. So we're gonna have sex with a stranger, even though we think we know this person because we know their name, or because we have to hang out with them, or because we follow them on social media for a year or 2 years, and we think we know this person. You don't know this person worth a can of tuna, like at all. You don't have no idea what this nigga is. But with that being said, the foundation is critical. It's crucial. The communication has a lot to do with, relationships not making it, and I understand that. But the expectations, oh man. boy. boy. You have expectations. And a lot of times you don't know how to verbally communicate. There's that communication again. Here comes communication. You don't know how to communicate these things you want. So now you're in this weird position that you don't want to be in, but you also start doing bad to yourself because now you're hurting yourself by holding on to this hurt, holding on to this pain of this expectation. I want my woman to have a big booty and big breasts and have a great job and drive a car and suck a dick and have sex with me every night and cook dinner and wash clothes, and I want her to raise the kids. You're looking for a superwoman. That bitch don't exist. And she doesn't exist, bruh. And vice versa. Females be wanting this nigga who got a six-figure job with nigga a Porsche, a getaway home, nigga, rental properties. Want him to be a thug, but want him to be a scholar. Want him to have tattoos, but also wants him to be a doctor. Wants him to have a big dick, but also wants him to never cheat on her. Like, what the fuck? You want him to have muscles and like. That man doesn't exist. That guy don't really exist, sweetie. So these expectations that we put out there, make sure they're realistic expectations. Okay? Make sure you would be able to uphold yourself to some of these high standards that you're in that you're in over your head on when it comes to expecting that from another human being. You know what I'm talking about? Some of these expectations are very good, very understandable. Express it. Don't express it during an argument. Don't express it during a bad time. Express it as soon as possible, as soon as you have a good feeling, as soon as you feel like you can express it. And say it with the most love and the most care that you have in your heart if this is the person you really want to be with. You know what I'm talking about? This is what I expect, babe. Look, babe, I'm gonna pay the rent, I'm gonna pay the bills and shit. But I expect you to make sure you pay for that car note. I'm gonna need you to make sure you keep this house straight. You feel me? I'm gonna need to make sure that you can for sure cook 3 or 4 nights out of the week, and then I'll handle the other nights. Like, these are things, these are expectations, and you break them down. I need this, babe. I'm gonna need this. Can you do this? Like, I need you to not do that no more. I expect you to make sure when you come to take a shower, get out the shower, grab the dirty clothes on the ground, and take them to where the dirty clothes are supposed to be. Don't leave them right here. It's so that you don't build up, this hatred or this animosity because you have these expectations that you ain't even broke down or explained to somebody. Now you expect someone to be a mind reader out this motherfucker. That's not how it's gonna work. And if you expect someone to do something for you, don't be like, well, I told you to pick up the fucking clothes from the shower. I told you I don't want to come outside. There are fucking shower clothes and there's dirty clothes here, and I gotta take dirty clothes to this, and I gotta do this, and you're a fucking this. Watch how you do it. Because you're not going to want to receive no information like that. So why do you think someone else would want to receive information like that? You know what I'm saying? So whenever you are addressing it, address it smooth, mellow, let it flow. With that being said, I'm out of here.